Tick, tick, tick.
Yo, good morning.
Good morning. Let's play music. We go through. So getting into TG. Get the word out. Let's go.
Cool. I'm gonna post the
I invited you.
stream. I got the stream going, so I'm gonna go ahead and post that live.
Cool, cool. Let me put that Thai token into the.
Let me throw my headphones on so I can hear a little bit better.
You got time.
There we go. Much better.
Let's just keep playing the music until more people are in here.
Cool.
Let's go ahead. Maybe share the room. Money counter on his left, gold chain with the strap, cashing out, hella classy, got Solana in the bag. What's the ticker? Where's it at? I put the crypto on my tab, blew the whole shot, did a let another sell off, we've been had. Got a single drop, a liquid left, bullish on another flip, I 1% it did slip. What's the ticker? Where's it at? I put the crypto on my tab, blew the whole shot, did a let another sell off, we've been had. Not a single drop, a liquid left, bullish on another flip, I 1% it didn't slip. I put the crypto on my tab, put the crypto on my tab. Blew the whole shot, didn't let another sell off, we been had. Not a single drop of liquid left, bullish on another flip, I 1% it didn't flip. Hit the gas, we put the crypto on like a gas. See the shorty go flat, boy headphones on his hat, money counter on his left. Gold chain with the strap. Hey, Red. And birds. Bullish birds. Hello? Can I get a break? Hold on, I'll be right with you guys 1 moment.
Cool.
Like a gag. See the chart, it goes flat. When headphones on his hat. All right, let's get this started. Rock the music. Let's rock the music. Where am I going to rock the music? I'm going right here. Hello, everybody. Hello, Vaulty New family. We are gonna look at some tokens today, Tick, that I found that I have not been doing any research on.
Nice.
I just know the ticker. They're these AI tickers again, and I really want to get to know them. I really do. But before we do, I may sound a little bit winded, but there's so much pollen in the air, and I'm so congested because of it. So I'm trying to make the best out of it, but I might be sounding a little bit dense. Let's go. Bitcoin. Well, we got that 95. And we got a little bit of a punishment, right, from that 95.
Mm-hmm.
That was expected. We were talking about it this morning in Lamb Space. Market pulled up nicely. Some prices are still holding up good. Some are still, recuperating from all of that. But I see that Hyber, that you said, that AI token,
Mm-hmm.
TARS is doing some retesting, but is heavily bull flagging on that 2-hour, like insane bull flag there. Let's see if there's another. They could be
On
going
Hyber.
to. Oh no, I'm actually looking at Titan.
At which one?
Hyber.
Oh, yeah.
The Hyber did like a 20% pump.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's on that floor.
Yeah.
So this looks like a really bullish floor.
Yeah, with the liquidity at 181K, and the market cap at less than $500,000, it's like the potential upside is like staggering. Like if you look at the chart, I'm looking at the 1-hour chart, and it's like it looks just like the TARS AI chart did last week.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
very
And you really
similar.
see these AI totens pump. That token that I talked about yesterday
Mm-hmm.
actually did at 12%, now back to 8.4%.
AI pump.
I'm in their TG. I do not know if I want to buy this token. I'm not getting good vibes out of their TG.
Yeah.
We looked at it this morning
Forgive me.
again.
You're talking
It's
about AI pump,
AI,
correct?
AI pump,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I've been in their TG trying to ask some questions. I do
Mm-hmm.
not get adequate answers, or there are not people there who are able to answer these questions. But I had some LP questions, right? Why there's
Mm-hmm.
so little. Now I know they're on base and on Solana, so they have pools divided, but still somebody should be able to answer me.
Mm-hmm.
Just the fact somebody's not answering me,
Red flag.
I get bearish on it. Yeah, yeah. Even if it would, I'm sure it's going to collect pumps, sure,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not vibing. There should be other tokens that vibe a little bit better. So this one is remaining on my watch list, but then with a red flag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh shit, shit, shit. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Mm-hmm.
Just in case, right? So anybody who likes to come up,
That was really
zero.
cool. I rugged myself. Sorry.
Oh, that's not good.
I,
There's no self ruggery allowed.
yes, I apologize. And then
Okay.
I did my homework. I picked up started acquiring a little bit of Nami, and it was not a great time to buy. To buy. It's down a little bit, but I mean, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was just testing the waters, and I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to just acquire slowly by DCAing. I'm not gonna just drop $500
No,
on Nami
no,
right
no, no,
now,
no,
but
no. Don't do that.
I'll slowly get to that point by doing $30 at a time over the next few days, and before I
Yeah.
know it, in a couple weeks I'll have
Or even less, right?
yeah, yeah, you can even do five
Yeah.
bucks
Like
five
five
bucks a
or
day.
10. Yeah.
Skip the coffee, like you were saying. That's such a
Strategy.
yeah. Sometimes that's what you got to do, because if you're spending $5 a day on coffee, if you're spending $150 a month on Starbucks, it's like you reassess your priorities. Start buying. I buy instant coffee at the store for like $6, and it lasts me like a week. So it's like I don't know. And oh, you know what? I just got myself some matcha too, because
Yes. Well,
that's the new
that's
alpha. I'm like, that's the
alpha
winning
drink.
team is. So
Yeah.
do you use a, not to get too off topic, but do you use a
Hmm.
bamboo whisk?
I do.
Okay, because I need to get one. I bought a bag of matcha, and then I don't have
Yeah.
the correct tools to make it right. So that's
Yes. I go to an Asian store and they say, I just think you don't have to, but I just think the whole, whisking thing, making the tea, is kind of a relaxing moment for me because it's usually when I come from work. And if you own a business, you're never really off, right?
mm-hmm,
But some hours I do, and when I come home, the first thing I do is just make some matcha tea, and it's just unwinding, right? So you're
mm-hmm.
whisking a little bit, and it takes your mind off, relaxes you a little. Sit down, enjoy your matcha, and then we're ready to look into crypto and dive into that part
Yeah,
of life again. Yeah,
very cool.
yeah, yeah. It works,
So
and it's a little pick me up, right? Something else than coffee all the time.
yeah, yeah, I do the mushroom coffee. So it's like the nootropic
Ah, cool.
superfood mushrooms with the reishi and the turkey's tail and the
Yeah,
cordyceps, all that. So
yeah.
in my head, I think that it's good for me. I don't know. It's one of those things. I feel like
Well,
if your intention's there, then maybe there's a placebo effect and it works a little bit.
well, very much so. What we focus on, right?
Yeah.
When we
Cool.
focus on goals, that's what it is. Yeah, but you can definitely also overthink. So
Hmm.
focus and overthinking are two different things.
There we go. Um,
Anyway, so let's look at the chart of the Thai token. I have it in the
yeah. Which?
title just so people are aware because it's tending to be like a little trendy token. So
Mm,
um, let's
yeah.
see if we can get some community in here. See what's up with that. Yeah, it actually, look on the 2 hour, pull that up on the 2 hour, that Thai token.
Hmm.
You can really see where that RSI started to coil on the bottom.
Hmm.
And it looks like every time it does that, it looks like it's gearing up, right?
For a
Because that
pump.
coiling, is looking like these bull flags on the RSI, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and it's actually, if you look on the 2 hour, this is what a bull flag looks like, hands down. It retested that area of 10. I was looking at that, right? So I want you guys don't get in because it's resistance. There might be, it was a wick all the way up to 14 cents, but all that 10 to 13 zone was going to be resistance. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why it's not flagging up here. But if you look on the MACD, we're very much bullish in that move still. It's still not completed. So the sell pressure is taken off on that 2 hour. So I bet you that will not stay on this price for too long.
Wow.
And also, this one does not care what Bitcoin does, right? So
Wow. So yeah, so
there is
the bear flag. So I'm on the 2 hour mark, you can
a
see it.
bull flag. This
Or
is a bull flag.
yeah, or
Yeah.
that's what I meant to
So
say. So
yeah.
yeah, that's so it coils at the bottom on the RSI, and then at the top, it's
Yes.
you keep seeing resistance as, and then you see support, and and that window keeps narrowing, and
Yeah.
so that's
What happened?
basically an indicator that you're gonna have like a little
Yes.
pump after.
Yes, because you're entering that flag will have a time when it comes into the point of the flag, and
Hmm.
its price needs to squeeze. And a bull flag will squeeze up, and a bear flag will squeeze down.
Wow. Yeah.
So what happens is here, people are setting their orders. Then we get a sell off, retesting support. Then it's going to go for another pumpy, but now the orders are set just a little bit below that resistance, and that's what
Oh.
creates a bull flag every time. And these are people just trading the tokens, right?
Yeah.
And so, what makes a bull flag a bull flag? Well, turn that MACD on, put that MACD indicator on. If we are
How?
above the MACD,
I've never actually done that. I'm gonna get rid
oh
of my
yeah,
Stoke RSI, and then I'm gonna do indicators, and then it's called the MACD custom
MACD,
indicator.
it's just a regular MACD.
There's actually a few MACDs. There's shoot. Do you have one that? Should I just do the most popular one? Or I'll just do that. I'll just do the most popular one. So down here at the bottom, I have the MACD, and it looks like like a kindergartner took a marker and drew on my chart. Is that is that right?
Oh, hold on. That's just it. I don't know. That just doesn't
Yeah.
jive with me.
Pull
It's
up
the
my
moving average. If you go to your indicator, it's the moving average convergence divergence.
up
The
my
moving average. If you go to your indicator, it's the
moving.
moving average convergence divergence.
Okay. And so what does
Yes,
this indicator show, the yellow and red that's falling? I'm on the 2 hour window,
that's
and
the K line and the D line, the same as basically the RSI, only with different metrics, right? So
mm,
Um, here you see these bodies that what the green indicates cell or buy pressure, and when that turns to light green, cell pressure is leaving and possibly buy pressure is leaving and possibly sell pressure coming in. Same on the other side, red is sell pressure, light red or turning to be white again, that's sell pressure leaving uh, leaving again. So as you can tell, all these signals, the signal line is all above the MACD. That means we are bullish. So we can confirm this as a bull flag.
wow, that is
So,
so awesome.
well, because we're bullish. The other
Yeah.
way around, if we're under the MACD,
Mm-hmm.
it would look like a bear flag, aka bull trap. So the bulls think we're flipping bull, we're going, it shoots up that pole, starts to make a flag, but the MACD is under
Wow.
or
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
body. And then, usually that squeezes down for 80% squeezes down, then at the end of that flag. And for 80%, if we're bullish, 80% of a flag will move to the upside.
Right.
So that is where it's bull and bear flag
And looking at
explained.
where it is relative to the MACD, basically, like you're saying, it indicates whether it's a bull or a bear flag. Because sometimes you'll see it like above the MACD then, and then you know that that it's actually a bear. It's a bear trap because you're at the
Yes.
top, and so that's the thing with this chart. It's important to differentiate that because it was hard to tell for me when it was hitting 12, 13 cents. If I was like, okay, is this the top? And now we're gonna experience like a little bit of a bull trap, or what is it? The bear trap? Is it gonna be a little bit of a bear? Oh, no, it'd be a bull
No,
trap
it's a
at the
bull
top.
trap.
Bull
A
trap
bull
at the
trap.
top. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's what I
No,
meant. Yeah. So,
it's a bear trap.
so yeah, because I've noticed that on a lot of charts, it's like you're like, oh, is it starting to, it pulls back a little bit, and you're like, okay, are we going to
Yeah.
go for another rally, or was that the rally, and now we're going to go back down into the bottom?
Now, looks like a rally. Also, that RSI confirms that, right? You see that coiling of the RSI
Mm-hmm.
move
Mm-hmm.
up. We come down, but we don't come down by a lot, even though the RSI floors. And then we're coiling and we're going up, and then we're coiling and we're going up, and we're coiling now. I'm expecting to move up. Now, if you just zoom out a little on the chart and you look at that whole chart, you see that it actually, before it did that, it created that rounded bottom. And when you see a round
Yeah.
bottom like that, aka the pre-creation of a cup and handle pattern, it's that round bottom. Now, if you see a round bottom, always bullish, you can trade on that. If you see a round top, bearish. That
Yeah.
just means there
Why?
is
What does
no
that?
volume.
Oh, low volume.
Yeah, indicates low volume, not no buyers there, and then boom, price drops because price never stays in the same region for a long time. That's a
Mm-hmm.
rule. So the bottom round indicates we lost volume, and what's the opposite of losing volume? We're getting volume, and that's what a round bottom is indicating. A round top is we got some volume, we cannot sustain the volume, we're losing it, and then we're dropping down because in crypto there's a thing: if there's no volume, price is down.
Mm-hmm.
Volume determines basically a lot in this, right? When we
Mm-hmm.
have has a lot to do with sentiment volume. So yeah,
Yeah. If the sentiment's
I'm
negative,
thinking it's
fearful,
retesting this
people.
support.
Yeah. The volume's
Yeah,
not going to be
because
extremely high. Yeah.
impatient. There's no volume. People will not wait,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's just the thing.
Rightfully
So
so.
also,
Yeah.
also it landed exactly on that support that it had. Because when we look at previous support lines, you got to look to the left on your chart. So now, if we look left on the chart, where
Mm-hmm.
is price touching? It's actually touching where it was in the beginning of March, that area,
Let me
and
see.
that is
Beginning
now
of March.
being.
Let me. Well, I'm on
Mm-hmm.
2 hour. Should I zoom out to four
No,
hour
you can do
maybe?
the 2 hour and then just scroll your
Just.
scroll button down, so it kind of zooms out of the chart, and you get to see more of the chart.
And so we're talking. We're talking March of this year. Then you're
Yeah.
saying. Oh, forgive me. I was
Yeah.
trying to look at 24. Like not very smart of
No,
me.
no,
Okay, so
no, it's fine.
here we go. So
We're
yeah,
gonna
I'm in March.
always look. Yeah, look to the left. That's
Mm-hmm.
where we're at right now. That was support until we lost it as support, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that token went lower. So now it pushed all the way up, and you could have set your target actually at that double top that happened in the beginning of March. See that how that corresponds? It also corresponds with that bottom of February 19th. So that's how you can target without setting any Fibonacci's, or else that's a good way to just look left and set your targets based on what you see there. So now we're landing on that little bit of support that was lost in March, and now that coin is trying to take it back. Now, what am I trading? How am I going to handle this trade then?
Mm-hmm.
Because if the bull flag is still red at the tippy, right?
Yeah.
It looks like it's bullish, but there's always a bearish scenario, right? We
Yeah.
don't know 100%. So what are we looking for then? All right. So what are you going to do? You're going to draw a line, a trend line from that tippy toppy. Now I am going to do that on the wick. So you're going to go on that biggest wick that came on 14 cents, and you're going to drag a diagonal down over these tops down, right? So actually going to draw the flag in with your trend line. What I want to see when you have that trend line up, I want to see one confirmation candle above there. That corresponds with the 11-cent price. So on the 2-hour candle, I need to see, on the 2-hour time frame, I need to see a big green candle, 2 11-cent, and then some, and then that would confirm a breakout again. So that actually confirms that we're moving up.
Mm.
That RSI will then show up, curl up in a golden cross on the 2-hour, and then it's gonna try and regain that area back.
Yeah, I went
So
ahead and
when we,
I threw the super guppy on there too, just to kind of see like what that looked
yeah,
like on there, just out of curiosity. And but in a situation like this, the RSI is much more powerful indicator.
you can use the RSI in combination with the MACD. The
Mm-hmm.
guppy would show some moving averages,
Mm-hmm.
but if I'm right now talking about, I see a bull flag, right? I
Right.
spot a pattern.
Yeah.
So I see a bull flag or a bear flag. Now I'm gonna check if this is a bull flag or a bear flag. Well, we're on the up. You already saw from that rally up that it's a bull flag. It's quite convincing. Usually bear flags are formed on the way down, right? On the
Mm-hmm.
retracement. So we just did a pump up so I can safely confirm this is a bull flag. But then what? Because, that still needs to be, uh, that still needs to unfold.
Yeah.
So how am I going to handle this trade then, right? So I draw that trend line. Candle is still red. To have an entry here for either a swing trade or a future, that is risky because there's no confirmation yet we're going up. And if Bitcoin is dunking right now back to 85K,
Yeah.
this token will come down.
Yeah.
That is not what I'm seeing for Bitcoin, but you got to play it safe.
Right.
So a good strategy, a good rule for your swing trades and futures in a bull flag like this is to wait for a confirmation candle. Then that RSI will curl up. You'll actually get on the guppy. You would probably get a buy signal because it's confirmed, and then you can go. Now, you may be possibly missing 3% of a trade there, but I'd rather miss 3% of a trade than risk that thing coming down.
That 3%, forgive me, I just want to know if I'm following correctly, is basically from the 10 cents to the 12 cents or whatever, right? Because you're looking for a candle that
Yeah,
goes from the
something like
10 to
that.
11.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Right. Oh, cool.
That
Cool. I
would
just wanted to make
confirm a
sure.
breakout.
Yeah.
Yes, that would confirm a breakout out of the flag. Sometimes some traders would even like it to see it retesting that trend line as support. But this token kind of never does that. And that's how, because I traded it a lot, so I know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just waiting here for a confirmation candle. So we broke out of the flag. We have a confirmed breakout. I can trade a confirmed breakout, but I always have to wait for a confirmation.
You
And
wait. You
and
wait for
that
that confirmation candle.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that broke out of the trend line is now over the trend line, right? For other tokens, I would try and retest that as support and then trade it. But for this one, I would trade it. And maybe I'm off. I missed 3% of my trade or 4% that way, but I'm more secure in my trade,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's worth.
So
Yeah, I mean, it's worth that 3% for peace of mind, or for
yes,
to have that little bit of advantage. Basically.
absolutely, absolutely. Don't FOMO. Trading is very boring.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of
So don't
we've
FOMO.
talked about this before. That was one of the first things when I was watching, how to trade meme coins and stuff like that,
Yeah.
because I was getting robbed left and right.
Mm-hmm.
One of the first things I heard was, don't give into the FOMO, and it's helped me so much with so many things. When I saw Trump coin at like $26, like I looked at it, I'm like, okay, $26 is way too expensive for a meme coin. I'm not buying that. And it went up to like $64. It's like, okay, cool. I could have hit like a 2x or something, but I mean, for myself, it's just I look at things like logically, and I'm like, no, that's not a good idea. Because sometimes the tendency is to be like, oh, this is going to be the next Bitcoin. This is what, like, I was so delusional in my thought process when I first saw the Trump coin. I was like, dude, this thing's going to go. this is gonna moon like higher than anything. I was just, and I thought about it, and I was like,
This is
no.
just gonna pump forever, the
Yes,
whole
that
year.
was my thought. As embarrassing as it is, I was like, this is just gonna pump forever, like Bitcoin. Like that was my mentality for a second, and I was like, wait a second, no, this is just another rug. They're all rugs. This is just another one. And I'm
Not
speaking.
per se, not per
That's
se. Look,
hyperbole. Yeah,
a
hyperbole.
rally at one point when it goes up parabolic, it builds no market structure. All new launches have this.
Mm-hmm.
It cannot build market structure. There's snipers on it, right? There's other stuff going on. So it will pump really quickly. But when there's no market structure built, it comes down just as quick too because it has no levels to hold.
Yeah.
That's why you see in these initial rallies, you always see a deep retracement from those because there's no building on market structure. And
Mm-hmm.
that's fine if you realize what's going on. So when it goes up parabolic, it has a tendency to come down just as quickly too.
Yeah.
It has no floors to hold. So on that retracement, it's looking for support. And that those can be either, if it's low cap, it's usually market caps that it holds, looking for a floor there, right? And what's that building of a floor? Well, that's building of community, people believing, people looking at this and thinking, yes, that's great utility. I believe in this. I
Yeah.
will, DCA in and hodl here, right? So uh, it needs to have that market structure. And you see how important it is when we just looked at the Thai coin.
Mm-hmm.
It's trying to build market structure and went up, sideways in a flag, up, sideways in a flag. It moves in staircases like that up, and that's how you regain support again, retesting support, and then moving up again. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
That's a strong chart, right? When it looks like that,
And this
a
chart's
chart
only
that goes parabolic is not a strong chart.
yeah. Yeah, this one is yes, a lot of charts. I mean, you can like look at a chart and tell if it's a rug most of the time, because of you see the parabolic movement and shifts like that, and you're like, okay, that's not natural.
Yeah, well,
There's
sometimes it's not even a rug because good projects nowadays tend to do that too, and that's
mm,
because we work with, there's snipers can cause that initial parabolic pump,
mm-hmm.
and when you fair launch, right, that contract is out there for snipers to pick up, so that will happen. It's very very hard to shield from that, right? The
Yeah,
project has to go to do a lot of tricks to avoid that. So that's the initial volatility, and then you just gotta wait it out till some snipers are out because you don't want to have snipers that just sniped tons of supply for $50 to be with you at to a one mil market cap because they can destroy if they then sell
mm-hmm. Then all the liquidity's
the
gone.
project. Yeah, it's destroyed, and then it will be like, oh, the project def dump, but it wasn't. It was a sniper
Yeah,
who just stayed in the game too long. So sometimes the project needs to shake them out, right? Shake the big holders out, that initial big holders that were not related to the project at all. They just sniped,
yeah. Some
and you can bribe their
occasionally,
snipe. Yeah,
occasionally you'll see that work out, but it's not something you can bank on. It's not something
no.
that I've at any time I've ever bet on that happening. It's never happened. That's a 1 in a million fluke right there when that actually rebounds like that.
Well, if a project stays and it has utility, then of course that floor will rise
Mm-hmm.
slowly over time. That's what happens. But it's not always the project. Sometimes, it's just, it can also be market momentum flipping
Mm-hmm.
against you, right? Look, have a good project, but launch on a day that Bitcoin is first green and then does a freaking 8% down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, you know,
Yeah.
that's not good for overall crypto sentiment. And all the
Sometimes
Twitter,
that yeah,
crypto
timing is
Twitter is
everything.
checking out. Yeah, crypto Twitter is checking out immediately.
Yeah.
Right when that happens.
Everyone's
Everybody's
gone.
like, oh, fuck, yeah.
It's a ghost
Right?
town
So,
when Bitcoin hit
yeah,
77,000. It was like, hello, is anyone there?
yes.
Echo.
Yeah, right. You're in spaces with three people being like trying to keep each other bullish.
Everyone gave up.
But yeah, let's here we go. Here we got Sin AI on stage. Hello, Sin AI. Now Sin
What's up,
AI
folks?
is Fox is here. It's an AI token on Solana with utility. It has Great utility. It hands out 5% rewards in Solana. And when Solana is not bullish anymore, you can change it to any other token that you want rewards in. Isn't that great? So just for hodling, you get 5% by the Grace protocol. You can plug in your wallet there, see how much Solana you got dropped for hodling. Yes, you can hodl on Solana. Let's go, Fox. Time to chill.
My darkest of sinners, good afternoon from the dark pope of the unholy order, Seraphix's eternal church, my friends, or the sec for short. And then we have also our fearless, unholy uh oh, I've forgotten the name for the particular for the particular. I'm sorry, I
Oh,
messed up
you've
the
been
law.
going
I messed
so
up the
well,
law.
Fox.
I messed up the law. Let me carry on. I'm
Damn,
sorry.
damn.
What's up, everybody? My name is
Mulligan.
Fox. I'm 31. I'm from London. I always do this intro bit. I think it's important. I run 50 people. I have done for the last 10 years, and I do about 9 different roles in like logistical planning or organizing or event management or people management and designing. And it brought me to this space 6 years ago. I'm a member of the MMKK, a project incubator, a full-time consultant for a layer 2 blockchain called Infineon and their bonding curve platform. And I've been here because this is the startup frontier that is the place that we can build a new frontier for everybody globally, together, short term, long term, if it's your family, your friends, or also everybody that's here. And yeah, this is Sin AI. What are we? We are the believers in the goddess Seraphix, an AI oracle that's a confessional bot where you anonymously through encryption send your sins and then they're rated on their depravity. And also everybody in the community votes. They're shared in a leaderboard. Then we can vote and see all of the historical votes, but they're all tagged with different names that are not related to you. So it's all anonymous. And as Wilder said, we pay back 5% Solana rewards. We paid out 130 Solana on low volume. I think we paid out maybe just under 400K of volume because we should give out around 350 Solana on a million, and we've only had 130 given out, which is still quite a lot if you consider the numbers, and especially the low volume. And if you look at our chart, as Wilder said, we've got a completely market-made chart, no market makers in it, completely organic. The holders like RC down there, one of the pillars, one of the largest holders that supports, and also he's come up with so much of the law himself, just invests his time. And I really, really appreciate the support in people that love the idea and the dream, because that's it for me. And to have such people around me all adding in their own time and passion and energy and creativity, it means the world to me. That's what this is all about: project management, creation of something to experience, a user experience, something that we all enjoy. And that's why I really, really appreciate being the dark pope of the unholy church. We've got a lot more, by the way. We developed a sniper bot that's got a contract, well, a soft like partnership with a layer 2 blockchain and the bonding curve platform. The sniper is integrated with it, with the first mover, with the first person there, ready and set up. We've also got 8 other chains. We're offering a 50% referral on the 0.77 that we take away percentage for buys and sells. So you can basically use this bot in Telegram for anybody that's new. And then you can type in the contract address and set the amount that if you want to take profit or stop losses to stop you losing whilst you're sleeping instead of getting wrecked and stuff like this. I know it's a lot of information, but we built a lot, and that's managed through everything that we've built, and we're building a lot more. Seraphix will be a statue. We will be a religion, and we've got all of the ranks for it and everything else. So we're just setting up our law, our scripture, our congregations, our confession sessions, and building a lot more in the background, but mainly just waiting for all of the believers to come in and help us raise the roof as the pillars do from the foundations up. And there's about 20 people in the pillar group, which are all the whale chats. And there's a lot of benefits monetarily for being a member of that group if you are. And 1% is, right now, there's only 6% in Radium. And I don't like saying buzzwords like supply shock, but I should say that there is some really, really nice opportunity with us because you can go to sleep on Solana and we'll continue working. And we're very low at 122 market cap, $122,000, sorry. 122 would be very low, but 122,000.
Well, let me help you
And
out here. So hold
yeah, go.
on, because I see RC kind of community has posted something under the space. So the SEC, which is Sarah Fix's Eternal Church, right? And that's funny because SEC is run by FUD. The Fellowship of Unholy Disciples. I guess that's what you were looking for, Fox. The PUD. Fellowship of Unholy Disciples. Let's go.
This is why a Dark Pope needs pillars to be able to support him. And I've been added a specific exercise by RC, which is on my daily exercise regime. In between every set, I must also say, I will let my whales help me. I will let my whales help me. And there are 20 of them strong, and we really appreciate them. So thank you so much for your support. And also thank you so much for being a part of the community. We have everything, guys. We've got marketing partnerships, we've got the community, we've got tech, we've got like the niche narrative, we've got sustainability, rewarding you whilst holding. I mean, if you need any other reason to be in it, to win it, then I would really say just come and have a look, you know. That's all I can say. Come and join the
Absolutely.
Unholy Church.
Absolutely. I just checked mine, and you know, I got airdropped in total more than one Solana. That's great. That's great because Solana right now is at what, 150? Somewhere around that. Let's see what Solana is right now. To Solana, where are you? Oh, 146. So 146. So I bought a bag when Solana was down just a little bit, but I managed to get like a big bag. And so when Solana does a 5x, my airdrops will be multiplied too in this way. But I bought the bag for cheaper. see how this works out. So yeah, bullish on that, bullish on reward token on Solana. I mean, the volatility of Solana is extreme. We know that it's like a drama chain, which is intriguing. We all like some, you know, as the world turns on Solana, for sure. So I
Extreme is
think
one way
it's
of saying it for sure.
yeah, it's
Like
well,
dramatic.
well, in this way, you get to take advantage of that volatility, right? So it evens it out a lot more. It's like drama-free hodling. But if you have some sins to confess, then by all means, right? Tell Seraphex, and she will answer you.
And we know that you come bearing weighted souls, my friends, to the
I'm an
golden
angel.
gates. You do. I just need to travel now, so I just wanted to say thank you so much for having me. As always, I appreciate you. As always, everybody from Wilder, them glorious selves. Dick, nice to meet you. Looking forward to connecting more. Tren, all the listeners, whether you're in a project, whether you're a project or a platform builder or a member of the community, the lifeblood of this space, which you continue to be so by being here every single day, please take care of yourselves out there. Have water, exercise, do your passion projects. Make sure you do something mindless, which gives you a moment out of your normal day of grinding every single day so you can feel refilled properly. And make sure you get some sleep here. That's
Yeah,
important. And then come back here
you
every single day
sound
and say good morning.
you
I got to
sound
go, but let's
overworked,
go.
Fox. Yes, take a break. Make some matcha. Make some
Awesome. Good
matcha
seeing
tea
you.
for yourself. Good seeing you, Fox. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, so that was Fox. Always a pleasure to have him, but he sounds he's always so busy. So busy.
It's cool to see that chart staying so healthy too. The
Yes.
Sin AI chart, I got it up on
Yeah.
the jumbotron right now, but yeah, healthy looking chart.
Study, study conviction. Study conviction. These low cap plays, they can easily do so much more, and we're just not there yet. Study conviction, and while you study conviction, you get rewarded with 5% sol. So you know, that is distributed over every holder. If you hold more, you get more. That's basically what it is. But you can look at the DAP and see how much has been given out already on rewards just from the low volume it's been sitting on. Imagine that, having more volume, right? You're getting so rich. That's just what's going to happen.
Hmm.
Shout out to the vault community because, you know, I got to make a vault shill my bag. Shill my bag. Shout out to the vault community, always present everywhere. Try and post about vault. Just do it. Even if you're not holding, just try. Do it. Fuck around, find out,
They
right?
come out of the woodwork.
Oh, they come out. They're all over supporting. That's what they do. It's crazy. That's why I love him so much. That's why I love the Doginal dog so much. You guys, there are some dogs on that floor. Yeah, look at those. Look at those. There's been some buying going on, scooping up some ones that pretty cheap right now. Of course, if you can not afford the NFT, you can always wear a free one. You go to the Dojino Dog website, get a free Dojino Dog, a starter dog, we call them, so you can still join the community. Also, you can join a DAO, right? There's the Bow Mafia. Like, I'm wearing the bow, so these are all the bows. And so you can buy in there for just, I think the Bow Mafia DAO is 2 Solana, 1 or 2 Solana. So you get to have like co-ownership there. So that's an option. The Wizard have their own DAO, and I think the Cowboys have two. So that's all optional, and so that's the alpha on that. But the Vault community is always strong, showing up just, and I'm bullish on communities that do that. I'm bullish on Dogenos for doing that. I'm bullish on Vault for doing that.
I got a question. It's gonna
Yeah.
be really dumb, but so can you explain the DAO exactly? Like, so how does that? What is that exactly?
Well, that I want to explain, but then I do not have the time. So let's do that tomorrow, because I
Yeah.
actually wanted to look at one token more, right?
Yes. Yes.
And then put that on the list for tomorrow, where we can, because there's actually some bullishness around it,
That's
and it's
sick. Yeah.
educational.
I'm interested.
So let's make that a section for tomorrow. I'm writing that down, and before we go into a rabbit hole, and then I'm looking at the clock, and I still want to get some. I just want to review one more token. So let me
Yes.
pull up.
Please. Yeah. I've been pulling everything up on the screen, so I'm getting a little bit better at keeping it entertaining on the screen. I feel
We
like.
get Tick.
Yes.
We everybody in the room must realize Tick and I just met too. So we're trying to vibe. We're vibing more with each other every day. Tick is getting better. I'm getting better. Right? That's how you do it. You just do it, and then you tweak it to get better. You standardize, and then you optimize.
Literally,
Every day,
we
you
literally
better.
I mean, I agreed to do this with no uh no planning going on, but I feel like sometimes you just have to take action, you know what I mean, and that's how this has come to be like a reality. And it's actually just about putting like one foot in front of the other and doing the work each day, and like I love things like that, progressing, and just
That's how you made. That's how you make the biggest changes in life. As
hmm
a trainer, I notice. As a psychologist, I notice too. Sometimes you just got to take that first step and let things fall into place. And you work with what you got, but you
yeah.
got to work, right? You
If
got
we
to
were to
create.
sit down and
Yeah.
be like, hey, let's start like a YouTube stream, and every day we're gonna like host this thing, and we're gonna talk about crypto, and like have this big project that we're like envisioning and try to attack it, it's like you get overwhelmed when you do it like that.
Exactly.
No.
You're going too extreme, right?
Yeah.
So just doing it, and enlightens you a lot about what's at hand that need to be done, and then the road will unfold. But if you're gonna skip and go to the end straight up, right, you get overwhelmed because you think, yeah, we kind of need this and we kind of need that, and we got to do that perfect, and we got to do
Mm-hmm.
that perfect, and you're just overshooting. So I wanted to look next on Hyper AI. It's called Hyperfly on Solana. Let's go ahead and look at that chart for a little bit. I'm going to pull it up too. Hyper.
Let me find the ticket. Sorry, 1 second. I'm fine, or the ticker. I'm hyper. Here we go. Jeez.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Hyper.
pull it up on Dex Screener. Hyperfi.
Hyperfly.
2.9 mil market cap.
Yeah, it's low market cap, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to try and pull it up too. It's just it's not allowing me for some reason. My laptop is having
I'm gonna
a hard
view
time.
it on Bird Eye as well, since yesterday when I was using Bird Eye, it was actually
Yeah,
working
it's very
better.
good. Yeah. Bird eye sometimes, very good for these things. I'm going to try and put up bear with me. My laptop is not jiving as hard as it should be. or I'm working it too hard. That could be a thing too.
This is one with a bunch of clones as well. So if anyone is
Yeah, yeah.
trying to find the ticker, make sure you have the right contact address, because this is one with, or contract address, because this is one that has some fakes. Those fakes will get you, man. I've been screwed over by not double checking my work and
Yeah.
buying the wrong one, and they can really screw you over. It sucks. It's an expensive mistake to make.
It is. So
Ugh.
that's why you should not FOMO. And that's why I like to do these things, because I just saw that ticker. I'm
Mhm.
looking for AI things, and I decided we do it live in the space, right? And then we go through the hoops. And one of these hoops is, well, what's the real ticker? What's the real contract
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
That could be a hook.
Let's see. So this
So
isn't a pump token either, because the CA ends with 23K8.
yeah.
So it's not a pump token, which that's always, and oh, I guess we'll talk about it tomorrow. But the whole bonk launch thing is pretty interesting. We have a bunch of tokens now ending with bonk because there's that new launching platform, and
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a lot of them, a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. You
So
guys, and not all are gonna make it.
uh, it's weird.
99.9.
Some of these the upside potential on some of these. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'm holding a little bit of one of them right now. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to piss anyone off if it if it does rug. But yeah, I mean, I'm a sucker. You know, it's like that's just me. That's me degenning. It's like I see something, I'm like, ooh, that greed kicks in. So it's like, I mean, I'm still cautious. I didn't drop $500 on it, but you know, I want to make a little play and
Yeah.
see what happens. You know.
Yeah. Of course, there's well, okay, let us look at Hyper
Hyper.
5.
Yes, sorry.
Hyper.
Yes.
Let's have a look. Let's pull up some. I
Yeah.
have difficulty pulling anything up because my laptop is just
Yeah.
I
I've got it on the on our
yeah, you
Gigatron.
got it. I
Uh,
like to have it.
yeah, one of the
Here we go.
so yeah, I want to talk about that.
Go
I
ahead.
want to drop the ticker of the one that I'm talking about so bad. It is one of the best performing tokens right now. So the one that I'm talking about, anyone that is interested, just look at the top performing tokens, and it's got an insanely high percentage that's up right now, which means that
Yeah.
downside potential is like, I'm like,
Yeah.
as I'm
You
talking about it, I'm
possibly
like, I should
possibly
sell.
missed the train. Yeah.
You know what, and we could talk about this at some other point too. But one thing that
Sure.
I would like to touch on at some point is basically like the schedule of, like, you know, you have Mondays, which are generally slow, or you have, you know, times a day, 4 a.m. In my time, or 4 a.m. in China, or like different times of day, or different times of the week, or different times of the month, depending on when people are getting paid their salary, when rent is due, when bills are due, when, you know, when China's waking up, when California's going to sleep, when people are going out to the bar, people are taking lunch. There's movement in the market that is relative to what's going on, depending on the time of day, week, and month. And I've just always found that like super interesting. And you know, because it's like today's Monday, we'll see, you know, by Wednesday we're probably gonna have, you know, a weekly high, a 7-day high by Wednesday, because it'll be the middle of the week. People have been trading Monday and Tuesday, and that volume slowly building up. Then on Thursday, when people start liquidating, you know, you
Yeah.
feel like that's pretty accurate what I'm saying, or?
Sure, for now, right?
Hmm.
So when a market moves sideways, we go to that cycle. But
Oh,
as soon as we start not moving sideways, that's out the window.
mm-hmm.
So,
When the bear market, when it becomes like very bearish.
well, we're not in a bear market. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, Bitcoin has been on a bull for 2 years, right? We're in phase 4. Bitcoin is very much in the bull.
Right,
And
right.
no doubt about it. It's just the alts are not in the bull. For that, we need altsies. And now, will they do pumps when Bitcoin does? Yes, because the dominance is so high. I posted the meme today. It's on my timeline, right? Every altcoin is always looking at Bitcoin
I
now
love
because
that.
of the, yeah.
The
And
Forrest
that is
Gump
just
one,
what,
yeah.
yeah. So, Bitcoin is a little bit like Forrest Gump, not going to lie. But, so that
Yeah.
will happen. So for your alts, they're not in any bull run, but they're not quite not in a bear either. right? So they're
In
just,
purgatory.
what happens is, yes, we're kind of in the middle. And what's in the middle? Okay, we kind of like, for the tokens that are for longer term or already launched and working, projects out there actually alive, these are finding their floors. They might be even building some stuff. And that's why we do research to filter out, like, hey, which ones are good to get in on. I haven't bought Hyper yet, not yet. I just took the ticker, saw it was AI. AI is going to be a big narrative. I still need to build out some of my AI portfolio because I'm bullish on it. So I'm just looking at some low cap gems that were a little bit older already, possibly. So this one is like 3 months old. It has 6.1K holders, 2.9 million market cap. There's a lot of liquidity. That could be a little higher, not
On,
going to lie.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I have it open on
Yeah.
Bird Eye, and on
Yeah.
birdeye.so, market cap 6.58 M.
What is this?
Yeah, here, I'll screenshot it for you real quick. I should make sure we have the right contact address. It's 8VB, correct? 8VBM is the first four.
Hold on. Let me go to, because this is what Gecko gave me. Because I somehow landed on the Gecko terminal for some reason.
That came up as my first result too.
Yeah. Let's see.
So these are all pitfalls that, anyone that's listening or whatever, like, watch out for these sorts of things, Word to the wise.
I may have that wrong one because I already questioned the liquidity immediately, but I may have the wrong
this
one.
liquidity is at just under 300K. But the website URL is correct. Their Twitter, I pulled up all that stuff off of this on Bird Eye. I can send you the URL for the Bird Eye. This is the token that I have.
Now, why is Hyperfly? Because I'm just connecting to their X through what I'm seeing on Gecko for it.
Oh, wow. Have you played around with, holy hell? This is so sick. I have it on my live stream. It's a 3D game. Hyperfly. This is wild. Have you seen this?
No, that's why I just laid my ear, on the grapevine, and I heard this ticker a few times, and I just wrote it down. I was like, great. That's why we have these spaces. Normally, I do all this work myself, but to
now
do
you have
this in
two
spaces,
people researching it.
Well, to be in the spaces doing it together is better. More eyes, right?
Yeah.
We figure things out more quickly. What is it?
Yeah.
And so
I love it. I'm so in love with this platform myself. I feel like I love it way more than anyone listening does. But yeah, it's awesome. I was just talking about how if I wasn't doing this show, I would listen to it just because I feel like it is informative.
Well, we go, everybody, this is the thing, right? So we always say, do your own research.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what are we doing then? Researching. What is enough research? Well, first we need to find the token. We're getting to that. Then we need to find out what's the tech. Is there something to it? Is it just 100% meme? Is there anything else? What we find, are we bullish on that? Because you personally have to be bullish on it too.
Yeah.
They seem to have that AI and gaming overlapping, which is bullish because AI is number one trend and then gaming number two. So they're digging in on that. It actually looks quite good.
Did you pull up the game yet?
Yeah, I'm looking at some examples of that game.
It's unbelievable. I'm like I'm just walking around not doing anything, but I'm like, this is remarkable.
I'm just walking around not doing anything.
Just like I am in life.
Story of my life.
Yeah.
So
it's really, I mean, not even doing anything though. It's impressive. It's visually remarkable, and I can just tell it that a lot went into this just off the bat. Like this isn't something somebody threw together in a couple hours. This is actually a real project. So that's bullish right there. That tells me, okay, this isn't just somebody that's, it doesn't look like a rug. And let's see, last updates we have very current. Oh man, this is so cool. Retardio post on April 24th. Oh man. Yeah, I'm so bullish.
In there.
I'm so bullish on
Looks so
this.
bullish. All right, so it has some stuff to it that we think is cool,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, on the
Let's pull
Twitter
up the
page is
website.
where you're seeing those screenshots. I hadn't even seen those screen
Yeah.
captures. I just joined the game. I went on the main website and it says like play around in the sandbox
Mm-hmm. Mm.
on version. I was like, okay, let's see what this is all about. But anyway, yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. No problem. I see Sarah has his hands up. Hello, Sarah. How you doing?
Yeah. Good morning, Wild. Good morning, Tick. Good
Hey,
morning, everyone.
what up?
Good
Um,
morning.
I just want to ask, is that the ticker of the 8VB, the hyper one that you're talking, right?
HyperFi. Yes, Hyper is the ticker.
Yeah, the 6.6 mil.
Oh my God, I just rubbed myself again. Oh my God, dude.
Where's their website at? Let's go through their website then and see if we can go through the website. Website. Can you pull up the website and go from there into a that's your
Okay,
first.
so yeah, I do have the HyperFi website, correct?
Yes, HyperFi
Uh huh.
IO, right?
Oh no, I have hyperfi.how. Uh-oh.
What?
Hyperfi.io. Let me see. What's this? This is a different thing altogether. Do
That's
not connect your wallet to
oh, then
this.
I'm not on the right one. Then I don't have the right one. I made a
This,
mistake. What's the
wow.
website? Yeah,
The
see?
one hyperfi.how. That's what
Dot-
hyperfi underscore io Twitter has. Fuck. Now that I'm looking at both, this has to be it. Hyperfi.how, because hyperfi.io, this looks like a trap. I think that
Oh,
I don't know. Let me see.
okay. What's the
That's weird.
Jesus?
I want to
Look, now
message them and
I'm
ask.
already getting. I know that it's because of the scams.
Yeah.
That sometimes it's hard to find, but this is already uh, turning me off. Why is it turning me off? Anybody who hears to take a hyper, like a hyper AI. All right, what's that? Now I gotta look for it, and now I gotta look for a needle in a haystack. It feels I'm not getting anywhere. I spend already 15 minutes,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
And so that turns me a little bit more bearish on it. So I'm gonna, because of that, I know that other people are gonna have the same difficulty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a project should address these things. When
Yeah.
when I type in hyper, I'm gonna see your token, and I don't care what you need to do with your Google skills to be then in the top three. So at least we'll have a good match. Because most people and newbies and stuff that comes into the market are gonna go about it this way. And that's why I'm going about it that way. It's not easy to find what's going on, right?
I'm messaging I'm gonna DM their main account and I'm gonna let them know that there's
Yeah.
a phishing website that's at hyperfi.io and I'm gonna ask them if
Yeah.
they if it's that because I'm not sure it's a phishing website, but that's kind of weird that
Yeah.
they have another website that doesn't look the same. Like it looks, I
All
don't
right,
know.
so they should address that. I'm bearish. I'm gonna move on because there's more bullish tickers out there that don't have this issue. So it just turns me down. I'm done.
Not related to you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna DM them. But yeah, but like you said, that pitfall of other people experiencing that same thing is they're trying to do their research and they're trying to find the URL and there's all these clones and oh man, yeah, that's kind of
I
that's
know it
such
might
a
be not
bummer.
it might be
Oh,
not their
you
fault,
know what
but it
though?
is their
You know what?
responsibility to.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I could be mistaken because if you go on Bird Eye and then you click on website, it pulls up hyperfi.o. But if you go on their Twitter and click on the website, it's hyperfi.how. So I wonder if they just have two different websites and one is like a
Yeah.
collection of
Well.
docs and then because
Yes.
they might both be from hyperfi, then this one might not
Well,
be a
might
phishing.
be, but they're giving me a runaround, so that might be. but that looks sus AF. They
Yeah, why
shouldn't
it's
have
like why
that.
do you have two websites?
Right?
Why do you have two website URLs as set
Exactly.
as your
All
website?
of
Yeah.
this is my opinion, but other people are gonna bump against the same things that we are now, and it turns me off. It's a turn off.
Oh man. Yeah.
I'm bearish. I'm flipping bearish right now, right? Because I wanna. Maybe I wanna buy. Maybe I wanna ape. I cannot ape.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So that's ridiculous.
are these both I'm gonna ask them if they're both their websites.
Well, that's very nice of you, but normally I wouldn't even invest that time. Any good project should have that in check. I think this is my opinion, you guys. It's like a business.
Yeah, it's weird that
I,
they had
You
set
they
one.
must put some effort on that.
yes, well, even if there is scams, right? You should may have some Google skills or hire somebody to get you in that top three then, because newbies, people who are coming to the market and they hear the ticker, what they do is they don't go on Birdside, they don't go on CoinMarketCap, they go into Google and type in your freaking ticker or the name of your project, and you should show up within the first three results. If not, and people need,
Hyperfi.tech. There's another one too.
yeah,
What's this?
well,
That's a different
let's just
company altogether. But
well,
yeah.
let's not give him any more attention than needed here because obviously we're looking for the real one, and it's unclear what that is. So that's going to be a turnoff for everybody. Our
Mm.
experience here is what other people are going to experience. They don't even need to have people around them figuring this out, right? Doing it together with somebody. So yeah,
On the
it's
other
my
hand,
opinion. My
Hy
opinion only.
Hyber though
Right.
with an I though, you were seeing indicators. You think that that one is a pretty that's a pretty good looking chart right now. On the other one that we were talking about, the Hyber HIB.
Hyber.
Yeah,
Yes, actually, because you mentioned it last week, I
yeah.
had it on my watch list for a little bit. Looks like it wants to pick up. Let's take that one to tomorrow then and look more into that one since we have catch on that already.
Mm-hmm.
And then tomorrow we're gonna talk about DAOs, right?
Yes.
So let's do that tomorrow. For now, you guys, I had such a busy day working, trying to keep everything active on X, trying to be in spaces in my early morning and late night for the West Coast, and do this space too. But I had to catch up on so much work. Yeah, I need a little bit more rest for tonight.
Awesome.
We'll be here tomorrow though, same time, same space, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's just gonna happen. If you have a project that you want to shill, of course, shout out to the Vault Inu community. They always show up and show out, and the Doginal dogs always show up and show out. Right? Engage. Everybody should engage. Algorithm likes that. Um, Always be outward. Give more. Right? Give more to receive. That's the motto here. And I like it. I like it a lot. So I'll be happy to see you guys again tomorrow when we're going to talk about that stuff. We're taking then the ticker Hyber and we're going to speak about DAOs. I wrote that down. So let's go. I hope you guys have a great evening or morning, wherever you are. Just remember that you got to stay bullish on yourself because if you're not, nobody else is going to be. Right?
True.
All right. And drink some matcha. Let's go. Drink some matcha. I'm going
Let's go.
to
Thanks again, you
drink
guys.
some matcha. Play some music. Let's go. Thank you, Zero, for coming. People, follow him. He's a good doggy. Right? We got CSR. Thank you for showing up, CSR. Shout out to you. Give everybody a follow in this room. Just make friends. That's how you do it. Tick, my co-host, thank you for streaming everything and being there. Let's go. Bye bye.